Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Battlesector as we try and play through the main story. In today's episode we go to the reclamation pools, which is where the Tyrranids are trying to absorb all the biomass in the region. We find out that what Tyrranid has taken out a load of our brethren. The big nasty actually manages to take us out, and we lose our first attempt at this mission. We learn how to use our units to better effect, and we manage to take out the Tyrranids in the second attempt. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And we're back in Warhammer 40k Battlesector as we try and retake Battlesector, this moon here. So here we are. Our current army at the moment, so we're doing the story campaign, I should add. So our current army at the moment has 3 aggressor units. One of them has Boltstorm Gauntlets, the other one of them has Flamestorm Gauntlets. So 2 Boltstorm, 1 Flamestorm, which is a flamethrower, which is a range of 1. You've got some 2 heroes here. Got some plasma or hellblasters with plasma rifles, which they might be good against some armoured foes. We've got a load of intercessors. So we're going to continue through the campaign today. So we're going to be doing a reclamation zone. So if we click on this, see what happens.
The priest continues to natter in my ear about the Primaris. They have not yet shown any sign of the Black Rage. But we have both witnessed the thirst present within them. They don't yet understand the tightening of their cheeks, the sanguine flush of their skin come battle. No matter how well they think they hide it, these Primaris share our blood, and its defects. The red thirst claws at their hearts. Let us see what becomes of it, once they face the beast that killed Pentasio. Know your duty and discharge it above all else. That is the core of an Astartes being, and the reason I am led to these festering pits. I have my duty to Pentasio, and to 8th Company. To have survived Leviathan, only to be laid low by these scrap remnants. I do not deserve the honor of recovering his name. But if it is the Emperor's will, I will see it done.
There you go. Thank you for that little expose. So the Tyrranid operation of planetary consumption involves reclamation pools, though which the alien breaks down all the collected organic materials and capillary towers, waiting to attach to a hive ship and transfer the biomass. No one knows the true intent of the hive mind. Hive fleets invade any planet in their path, overwhelming the defenders and consuming every speck of organic biomass to fuel the fleet's forward momentum. Had the Maledictum, which was the Chaos Rift, not opened when it did, Battlesector would be a little more than a withered husks, with Hive fleet Leviathan consuming all in its devastating path through the Red Scar, devouring everything that lay in its path. So, this is the previous mission, actually. As far as I haven't changed the loading screen. And here we go.
This is your beast, brother. It is but a mindless Tyrannifex.
Its behavior was not this senseless before. Something of it has changed.
Aye, Pentasio would not have fallen to this. Come, our duty is clear. You retrieve his gene seed, and we will exact his revenge on the brute.
Although this is quite a big boy, it looks quite scary. So here we are on the battlefield. Looks like it's just an open plain. Looks like there's the guy we need to take care of. This is open plain. We do need to be somewhat careful. So we might want to kind of gather our guys up. So we're going to probably put ourselves into a corner over here. Whereas our Flamestorm guys go in the middle. And we can just going to hold out in a corner. And I think we'll do it like this. Yeah, that'll do. And I'm going to proceed. And we're just going to wait for them to come to us. So we're going to just end turn. And we can overwatch and confirm. Anyway, we're just going to wait for them to come to us. So the gene seed's over here. Got some enemies here. We've got a load of enemies here. So the big boy's over there. I'm not sure what his range is, what weapons he's got. So it's got a range of 1 to 2. Okay, doesn't look like it's got the most range, which is good. So this is why we've overwatched. We're going to wait for them to come to us. If they don't come to us will obviously mean that they're pretty close now. It means it's probably going to be a melee fight. But I'm a little bit worried about these, but they've already dropped their spore cloud, which is good. Which means when they come a little bit closer, because when they've got the spore cloud up, they take almost no range damage. And there you go. Okay, they did no damage at all. That's perfect. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Okay, we've got more targets over there. That's good. Okay, we're going to see what these guys are made of, because they're gonna have to aim for this, because he's got a lot of armor, ranged armor and melee armor, so he's going to take very little damage. And these guys might get a couple shots off. Okay, yeah, they actually got a couple shots off, that's fine. So there's more movement over there. Okay, these guys are way out of range, they've still got their spore cloud up. So we can now open fire. You can heal these guys, keep them to full health. And you've got 2 attacks, you can attack these again. And you guys attack this one, you attack that one, and you guys attack this. There we go. That's that complete. And there we go, happy. We can move you, look forward. Happy we can end turn again. Overwatch and confirm. We're going to wait for them to come a little bit closer to us again. So we want these guys to be close, but not too close. So our weapons should be able to hit them. Okay, you're hitting some of them. They might get a shot off, but that's fine. Annoyingly, they're shooting the back line, not the front line. Okay, these guys have got to hit it on them again. But these guys are fine to be attacked because the healer's only here. Okay, these guys haven't dropped their spore clouds, so there's a lot of them coming into range now. So we might get overwhelmed here. So we're going to move you up, and hopefully we can take these guys out. You use your heal on these. And so no direct path. You guys have the... So you can use your launchers onto this one. Did it do any damage? It did absolutely nothing. Okay. Note to self, no point using that on them. We can now try and take on these guys over here. These Venom Thorps. We need to try and take as much of those Venom Thorps out as possible. Okay, they're almost down. Venom Thorps are more dangerous than anything else they've got on the field. Okay, do you guys have another... you have one more attack. You try and take them out. And so we might need to move you a little bit closer. And you guys attack those. You guys attack these. Right, these Venom Thorps need to be dropped. Perfect. I don't think anyone else has got any more attacks. We can try and move you forward, you forward. Have I got any more uses yet? Okay, we've got no more movements. Or no more attacks. Do I have any more? Okay, I have no momentum either, which is fine. Okay, end turn. This is going to be a little bit dangerous here. These guys will have to be healed next turn. So they're going to take a bit of damage, but they've got no more Venom Thorps. So we should be able to... yeah, there we go. That's absolutely devastating, that one. That attack. Let's see what they do over here. It looks like all the Tyrranids are dancing at the moment. Yeah, those flamethrower gauntlets, these guys will be on the front line. They are so powerful against anything that's melee. Expecting to see them attack, shoot us a lot here. We've got some more ranged units there. Okay. You need to be careful here, because if this guy dies, we think we lose the battle.
You will need more than that.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, these guys are pretty beaten up. These guys are beating up as well. You might want to focus on these guys first. You guys drop back. And you can now heal them. And can you do any damage to this one? Let's see. You're able to do a bit of damage. He did a lot of damage back. Okay, you're getting out of there. You're not going to take that risk. Can we just jump pack you over here? Okay. He's overwhelmed and okay, he didn't go anywhere. That is not ideal. I think this guy might die, if I'm going to be honest. Let's use this one on these aggressors. See if we can do a little bit more damage. We did no damage. Okay, that's not ideal. Move these guys slightly further up. That is a bit of a worry. I don't really have anything to take them out. How much damage do you guys do? I'm going to guess nothing. You did a little bit of damage. That's fine. Okay, you've done your move. You've done your move. Okay, these aggressors over here. We're going to try and clear out this. This is not going to go well. Okay, you guys move over here. We can see if we can try and take out some of these. Okay, that's fine. Kind of wanted them to do their... They did the wrong attack. I didn't really want them to do that. Okay, you still have one more attack. Can you do any damage to this? Almost nothing. That's fine. Yeah, our sergeant's going to die here. There's not much I can do about this. Never mind. And then these guys are pretty weak. These guys are weak. These guys over here are weak. If they focus on these aggressors, they're probably going to drop as well. So notice that this is only normal difficulty as well. Okay, so we lost 2 units there. We lost our hero. And it looks like we're going to lose this unit here. Okay, this is not going to plan at all. We might be able to save these guys. But there is a lot of them. We've only got a couple units left. We've only got 5 units left. One being a healer. Oh, okay, he's back. He's got a last chance though. So you guys are going to want to take on... Right, you attack the big boy again. You guys go and face this way.
Victory for the Bloodblades. Victory.
And can you attack these? You're not gonna survive. Let's give him a go. Let's try and okay, now he's dead. There we go. Have to restart. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Let's try and avoid that guy from getting into combat. Let's reload again. It's probably going to be at the very beginning of the mission. So holding our own there is probably not going to work. So I'm not really sure how we're going to do this, to be perfectly honest. Do we be a little bit aggressive? Do we go out towards them? I don't think we do. I think holding here is the best bet. We do need to space our troops out a little bit. Because that big boy just absolutely destroyed us. So I think we space our guys out. Like so. And with this in mind, you should be able to jump back over here. You're just going to go over here and try and do as much damage to these Hormagaunts. Should be able to take at least one of them out this turn. Because you are really strong. There's one attack. Then a second attack will finish that unit. Okay, it should have finished that unit. That's fine. Then you guys can just open fire and take on those. You'll take on those. And I think so you guys are the flame guys, aren't you? You are. That's fine. Hang on, let's have a look here. Bolt storm. Okay, you might be able to move a little bit closer. Maybe take on these Termagants. There you go, most of them are down. Let's see if we can finish them off.
Roger that.
Amazing, that's really good for us. We move a little bit further up and try and take on these.
Plasma fire support ready.
And you guys can go over this side. Just move a little bit further forward. These Hellblasters are just going to have to focus on the big boy as soon as he appears. There, nice. So we've taken on pretty much everything that's on the map. You've got one guy's attacks left. You're not going to get close enough to be able to do anything there, so you just move into the middle. And we're going to now end this turn. Overwatch confirmed. We've got one. Okay, we've got 2 attacks left. Let's speed this up. So we've got those Venom Forps up there. A bit worried about those because they still have their cloud on them. They've still got their cloud, and it's worth waiting for them to come to me. And we've got a few Termagants up there. Okay, that's fine.
More targets are coming.
Victory for
Right.
the Blood Blades.
So,
Victory for
how close can you get? You can attack those. We can get you up here.
their death.
You can then take on at least these Termagants up here. What range do you have on there? 40% chance to hit. Move you up. I don't think it's worth moving up. You've still got that cloud on you, so you can't really do anything.
Heavy fire support.
As they've still got the clouds on them, I'm a bit reluctant to attack with anything.
Move it.
So we are just going to hold the line. Have a 40% chance to hit them here. You may as well do something rather than no damage at all. There we go.
We are the sons
And
of Saturn.
then you guys can drop back and we'll heal you. And you guys will head this way as well. Perfect. Right, see if you can take out... No direct path. Okay, you're going to have to use 1 AP to get there. And attack this one unit here. There you go. So almost took out that entire unit in one attack. And then you're going to take a lot of damage here. But that's fine. I'm willing to take that risk.
Shall not.
So now that all the Venom Forps would have lost their Spore Clouds, we should be able to take them out. And... Okay, they dropped his poison very close, but that's fine. And now all these are in Overwatch. Okay, that's a really bad position. You're shooting them through a rock. I guess you're still doing damage. Okay, you're overwatching against the wrong unit, but that's fine. But now these are close enough to focus fire on them. It's probably going to drop their poison and do a load of damage here, aren't they? Oh no, they dropped the poison up here, so we've got a turn. We're going to now move you away. You're going to focus fire these. Okay, yeah, this is better than how you doing up here. So once again, our Hellblasters will just focus on those. Okay, how are we doing over here? That's fine. Okay, yeah, you're going to take a bit of damage. We should be able to clear out a couple of these. Okay, good. They're deciding to attack a different unit, not just the sergeant over here.
Under fire.
Okay, we're actually... Doesn't look like it, but we're definitely in a better position now. This guy's not in a better position, but as a whole, our entire army is. And there's one attack just there. And we should be able to move you a little bit further up. And use your next attack. Almost took them out. That's fine. You now surge, get an extra attack point. There we go. We can take the last of them out. So now got 3 more units over here. That's fine. Okay. So how are all my troops looking? So these guys are the only guys that are beaten up. You want to move over. Okay, let's think about this. You might be able to take these out. There we go. Awesome. You took him out. Let's go heal up these intercessors. You want to move slightly further up this way. You heal these.
The blood is strong.
You can potentially take these out. Never mind, I thought you'd be able to do more damage than that. Okay, I thought they would die from that. Come on, we need them to die. Got 1 HP. Oh, I don't want to waste a shot on those. Okay, not enough action points. Okay, these guys,
Awaiting target.
we need you to hit this. If you go too far away, you're probably not going to hit them. Or can you use this? This on these? Let's try and fin exactly what my character just said. Try and fin some of their numbers. You guys have this. Try and use that on those. Amazing. So that took some of them out. We've got 3 units of these, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to move you here. And you're going to make you melee attack these. They've got zone of control, that's fine. You guys open fire over here. This is going a lot better than it did last time. Okay, you guys open fire there. Nice, it's him down. And you should be able to take this one out. Oh, you have flame gauntlets. You should have used... I hate the fact that it just resorts to its melee attack when... So I'll show you in a second. So this is their melee attack. This is their flame gauntlet. Their flame gauntlet is ridiculously more powerful, but fine. And I think that's all of our attacks. Okay, we're still missing this guy. We'll move you forward by 1. He's still in cover. That's fine.
Let's see how well
We'll try and do some damage here. Okay, that did almost nothing. That's fine. You just move you further away. And I think that's everyone's moves. You're doing fine over there. You have no momentum. Do any of our troops have any momentum? These guys have almost got momentum, which is fine. Okay, good. So you're just going to keep chopping them all down up here. That's perfect. If needs be, he can jetpack over here and get killed up. See, this guy is likely to go... There you go. I was going to say he's going to go into melee with someone, which means he's probably going to die. There you go. So these are all melee left. That's fine. So as they go into melee range, they're just going to get blown apart. As you can see just there. This is going a lot better. Just need to keep an eye on the sergeant over there. So he's going to be attacked by 3 units this turn. Okay, so that did a fair bit of damage. Okay, good. They're not attacking the sergeant. The sergeant can then just go round behind and attack him. That's very good. This as long as the sergeant survives, which looks like he will.
You will need more than that.
So that's about 50 damage. So he the end of this turn, he has to be down here to be healed. Hellblasters, you guys open fire.
We are the walls. We are the guns.
And I don't... You're going to have to go all the way around, unfortunately. Because you just don't... You're going to have to go around as well. Because they just don't do any damage. That over there will be defended, so you come around here. You attack these, double attack. You attack these. Amazing. Right, you come over here. And you... So you're going to use this attack. Armor piercing 8, armor piercing 1. So let's see how much damage this does. Okay, you're going to have to jump back down to... You jump back down here. So these guys can survive another attack. That's good. You heal. We need to take out those guys behind.
The blood waits.
Oh, yes, they still have another attack. Good. You guys attack over here. And I think
Fire support.
you guys have used your movement. You guys can't really do anything from there. This is how much armor piercing? There's 2 armor piercings. You're not going to do any damage.
We are the guns.
I think we want to attack these. Because if I go into melee attack with this, you guys will take a load of damage. Okay, I'm not really sure what that was there. Gained 1 movement. Okay, I don't think I wanted that extra movement, but that's fine. Have I already used their attack? I don't remember using it. You guys can drop back as well.
Always ready.
So we want to give them another action point. We can give them give him this onto there.
We stand strong.
Because that uses that this one, or fire, uses all of the remaining movements points to just do a load of damage. And let's who still has that? Okay, never mind. These guys might end up dying here. Yes, I think they will. And they've got some more Tyrranids coming in. You. We need to do as much damage here as possible. Right, you guys attack that. And you guys are just going to come up here and... Against the Termagants, you guys should be fine to hold your own. It's just this boy I'm a bit worried about. Right, if we... I didn't actually want to use that on him. It's fine. Okay, you guys can now essentially run away. Let's open fire up here. You guys aren't going to do any damage down there anyway. And
victory for Skyfall.
how much AP does that? Has almost no AP. Okay, you cannot fall back, so it makes sense for you just to use this on him. 51 damage. That's a lot of damage. But then he has a melee attack back. There we go. So he's attacked back. So I'm going to expect to probably lose some troops here. You guys just kind of spread out as much as you can. There we go. Move you guys as far back as possible. So you just want to move away from him. And if we move away from him, we should be fine. There we go. These should be okay here. These guys on their own should be okay just to do a bit of exploring and take on some of these rogue units. Overwatch confirmed. Just like this. Boom. Loads of damage. When they go and do some melee attacks, they're going to take a load of hits. Amazing. Okay, they're going to... He's just going to shrug off all this damage. Okay, fine. We lost one unit there. It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. It's just one unit. These guys are taking a huge beating. I think we can jump him up here. He's got enough health now. He should be okay to survive a couple turns on his own. So jump back up to here. You guys can open fire and take on these. And then you should be able to melee and take on at least one of these. Now the next issue is this guy. Small issue. You do 90 damage, 83 damage. You didn't quite manage to do 83 damage. It's close. You're not going to be able to run away from this.
Ranged plasma on your request.
And looks like we... Okay, you finish off that unit. These are Termagants. You've got range. That's fine. You've got one more attack. Maybe you can do 30 damage. Okay, he is almost down, but not quite. That's fine, I guess. So you guys attack those. You attack. It's a bit annoying that you guys can't actually do anything because you can't reach them. That's fine. And we're just going to send you on your own this way. And do I have any momentum with any of these units? I have no momentum with any units. That's really annoying. Okay, end turn. Overwatch confirm. Okay, they've now got momentum. Let's see what this guy does. He's probably going to... Yeah, he's one-shot those units. Hellblasters. That's not ideal. Okay, those range units up there are going to be a bit of a pain. And we've got... Okay, you guys are fine on this. That's fine. We should be able to take this guy out this turn. I know, Venom Thorps, those aren't ideal. We want to essentially run away from those. Okay, that is...
We fight and we die for the Imperium.
That is the enemy hero down. Yeah, we need to find a better way of taking them out, to be honest. We need more armor pen. So you guys took a bit of damage there. They're out of range, which is fine.
Always vigilant.
And that should... You're going to use your surge, just make sure they're down.
Awaits. With strength.
Okay, good, they're down. You move over there, and now we can probably just start moving all of our troops over to that ledge. So you need to go and steal their, or take the gene seed of the fallen brother, and you can now move away. Because now I'm a bit worried about that Venom Thorpe and those 2 units over there. Overwatch confirm, that's fine. Yeah, you're going to shoot at him from behind. Okay, he's dropped his spore cloud and his poison, and he's got more termagants here as well. Okay, you want to run up here and take those out. You want to take those Hormagaunts out.
We are the guns.
You want to run up there. You also want to run up here. Can you take those out, please? They're both... Okay, that's fine. Have you got any range? Can you fire on these as well? There we go, awesome. Right, you can now back our hero up. The hero can then... There's too much range here. I'm kind of thinking whether we can just run away. Jetpack over here. Heal them up. Whenever you're ready.
My fury will be fast.
We can jetpack you just here.
I
And
am
you've still
ready
got
to help.
jetpack, heal him up. Amazing. And then you can move a little bit further.
Service.
And then we can move you a little bit further back. These guys, they all have full health. You kind of want to hold them out on those because this is... They have no chance to hit them up there. So we just end this turn, Overwatch confirm. Good, I was hoping they'll attack the Venom Thorpes, which is very useful. That's what I was worried about. Okay, they just dropped their poison, which is manageable. And then we're going to want to try and get you as close to the combat as possible. You should be able to do a lot of damage over there. Okay, or not. Another unit of Venom Thorpes. Oh, this is not going very well. You want to run up here. You turn that way. You want to go for the Boxstorm Gauntlets onto those. No, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Interact. We need to take on the remaining boys.
Praise Sanguinius.
Right. So I can empower. No, I can't empower. So you guys, you're going to... Because you cannot take on that Venom Thorpe. You just can't. So we're going to drop you back. We may change our... Get rid of our flame dudes and give them all bolt guns. I think that's probably the best bet. You guys can go up to here. You up to here as well.
When the day's darkest,
And can you move any further? You can move a little bit further. You can move there. You still have one action point. You can now heal him.
I am the sword of Sanguinius.
Heal them. Amazing. Right. And you can face this way. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 units we can see. We've got 2 units we can't see. Then our priority will be taking on these Venom Thorpes. He's going to go up then and start melee attacking. Okay, it's going to take a bit of damage here. We may lose some intercessors. Okay, we didn't lose a single one, which is very useful. Okay, and you should be able to mow down both of these when they attack. There we go. Okay, you almost managed to mow them all down. That's fine. Okay, more just spawned. Termagants. Okay, you want to attack the Termagants. You want to use this attack on them.
In their numbers, they will not overwhelm us.
There you go. You've also now got another action point. Use that on them again. These guys are definitely our MVP. Right, so with that in mind, you guys can come straight up. You guys can actually go... You want to use your heal on these. surge. You can then use a... I was hoping that would give you ability to heal again, but obviously it doesn't. That's a bit annoying. Okay, you want to jump pack. I think we want to jump pack you to here. We want to get you to here. You should be able to then melee these ones. Might not be able to take the Venom Forp out, but we'll see. How much damage are you going to do to these? You have got your momentum. Okay, you actually almost killed them. That's really useful. So then you want to use your Surge. Let's finish them off. You have another attack. And you guys can focus fire. I think it's probably worth going for... Actually, we can take out 2 units here. There we go. You will be able to take those out next turn. And that is the end of our turn. So we've got these guys just ended themselves. And then we've got these melee guys and we've got these Tormagants here. So these flamers are really strong. We just need to make sure they use them. And it's a shame because the aggressors aren't the strongest units in the world, so they can't survive that much melee damage.
Contempt is my armor.
Okay, we need... Okay, they're not focusing on the sergeant, which is good. We've got 2 more units left. So you guys are going to go up, finish those guys off. You up here. You need to make sure they use the right attack. So if we want them to use this on there. Yeah, that is so much better.
You will fall before me.
And you can then finish them off. Last melee attack. Amazing. That is the next mission, Reclamation Zone, over. We lost a fair few troops from that. Hang on. There should be no more enemy. Oh, there's one more enemy, isn't there? You use your... These guys just spawned out of nowhere. And we have to wait for their turn now. And we are just going to use just these guys' attack. You want to use your bolt guns.
Mark this
there we go.
Location for the Logisticium servitors. These cursed pinnacles shall spoil Balfora's skin no longer.
The inconsistency displayed by the alien troubles me. There was no sign of the cognition and strategy that prevailed upon us before.
You do not have to explain, brother. There was clearly a disparity between the beast we faced and the one that bested Pentesio.
But it was still the same creature.
Aye, but previously steered by the will of another.
A synaptic network. That does not bode well for your moon.
No, a synaptic network does not bode well because it means there's another hive mind. And if there's another hive mind, there's someone controlling the hive mind. So we've got breaching the heaven wall next, but first we want to manage our army. So we took a bit of a beating there. So we want to get ourselves another unit of Hellblasters.
Fire support.
And then I think... So these ones are... The fire ones are good. It does cost a little bit more and they're very strong. Do we go for it though? I'm not sure whether we go for it. So we can at least get ourselves... Sanguinian Guard are really useful. Should we get ourselves some Assault Terminators? Loads of melee attack. Let's go for 1 unit of Assault Terminators. We haven't had any of them yet. We can't get ourselves any more Hellblasters. We've got 195 points left. Could get 1 unit of... No, let's get another unit of Intersectors.
We're the sons of Sanguinius.
And then we can get ourselves another unit of these aggressors. But no requisition points. What do you mean? We have enough points for this. Okay, it looks like we're going to put these back onto normal. And then we should be able to sign this. No requisition act. So, but I can add these. Interesting. So we're going to get rid of these 2. Do we want... What else do we want? 185. We don't have enough points for that one. Assault Insectors. So we might get another unit of Assault Marines just to give assistance to our sergeant up here. And with that in mind, we can then put... We've got enough room for one more unit, so we go for another normal unit of intersectors. Or intercessors, not intersectors. And I think this is going to have to do. I'd like another unit of Hellblasters, but we have to wait another turn to get those. And in some reason we can't get any more of these. I would like another unit, because they are very strong. But we are going to... So these two we've got now are both the bolt gun version, which is a completely useful unit. So now we've still got 2 heroes here. We can go Walking Bastion. This gives... what does this affect? I haven't got any of those yet. Deep Strike, teleports, Assault Terminators, up to 10 tiles away. That's useful. It's got charge time of 1 turn, expires in 1 turn for 1 turn after teleporting. Okay. Aggressors, more melee damage is useful. Let's see what we've got here. Palmeiras Infantry, we can make them stronger. We can supercharge the blasters. We want to supercharge blasters.
Flows in my veins.
Give them more range accuracy, yes. And we can't afford this, but we can give them better. I think we're going to get all of these because we want to make our Hellblasters as strong as possible to just hold them back. Signs of Sanguinius, HQ units. Okay, this just gives all of our troops more HP. So let's go for those. And if you're looking at this, let's go for Deep Strike. Obviously, I could go for my other hero here, but we don't really... Sanguinian Guards we're not going to use. Sanguinian Guards again. This could be useful, I guess. We some flash frag grenades. And we can give them with auto bolt rifles, which gives them even more damage. That'd be useful. Yeah, I think we might take this one off. Reset this. So we want to go for... Shame we've already put point into this, so I wouldn't mind getting rid of that. So let's make our Hellblasters stronger. Then we go over to you. That's command ability, command ability, command ability. That's fine. Chain swords. That only affects this hero. Assault squads. This affects the assault squad. Let's go give them... So we want to make our way towards the auto bolter rifle, which is stronger. A little bit more armor piercing, I believe. No, it's got the same amount of armor piercing. Give our intercessors more health as well. So we want to have to get...
Balfora I was born, and should the Emperor will it, on Balfora I will die.
So that gives our intercessors more ranged ability. We want them to have these grenades, because it'd be really useful, because it doesn't cost a turn. And they have 2 of them, so that's really useful. And we obviously have an army of intercessors. And then we would like some of these, but obviously we'll do those later on. So we're going to end this episode here. We've obviously made it slightly further through the story. Next week we'll continue through the breach in the Heaven Wall, which is the story level here. So if you've made it this far, thank you much for watching. We've got a couple links down in the description below. One being to the my Discord channel. If you want to join the Discord, small Discord, small community, slowly growing. You're more welcome. You've got 2 YouTube channels. One is to Mrs Rothmers Channel, where she does called One Nerd to Rule Them All, which is all about fantasy lore, stuff like Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, and Game of Thrones. If you like that type of stuff, have a look over there. Then we've got a second joint YouTube channel called Nerdy Miniatures, which is all about the Warhammer tabletop, all about collecting the miniatures, painting the miniatures, battling the miniatures. At the moment we've got some Age of Sigmar, some Lord of the Rings, and some Warcry. So if you're soon to get some 40k. So that's the type of stuff you like, have a look over there. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.